Hey besties, welcome back to Talk Dirty Dancing to Me. We are so excited to be back for week 2, which was Oscars night. Whoop whoop.
I didn't know what to expect with the theme, but I think it was overall a good night.
I agree. I liked that this was different. And I thought everybody looked like the judges and the hosts looked great. I felt a little bit let down overall by the costuming department for the stars and the pros. I just kind of wanted more.
Yeah.
But before we get into it, really quick, some housekeeping. Hi, if you're new here, welcome. Madeline and I started this as a passion project, kind of just because we couldn't find one out there, a Dancing with the Stars recap podcast. So in 2020, when everything was terrible, we took it upon ourselves to create this one, and it's been a blast. And all of our thoughts and comments are from our many, many years of watching this show. So yeah, we have a Facebook group. We don't have it, but we are a part of a Facebook group called Talk. Nope, that's the podcast is Talk Dirty Dancing to Me. It's called From Lynn the 10 DWTS. We have a live chat every week where we get absolutely feral with our favorite people online and
Right.
talk about the show as it's happening. So go join us there if you want to. And as of this week, we are on TikTok. Whoop whoop.
Yes, Katie has been working so hard on she's our resident, she's in touch with her Gen Z side. I'm not. I'm so bad at TikTok and Katie is so impressive. She's making some really cute, funny TikToks and I watch them, but Katie makes them all. So I will not take any credit for
Well,
the
hey,
for the
I
TikToks.
I'm finally putting my marketing degree to good use because I work in logistics and supply chain. So, ta-da.
Okay, queen. Okay, period.
So
Period.
that's that on that. And then yeah, so I think that's everything. Michelle
Okay.
Salerno, thank you for creating. God, why do I keep wanting to call our Facebook group our
It's
podcast
just
name?
because it's late. It's a late night. It's a late
It
night.
it is, but we're gonna get into it. Before we do, though, again, I just have one thing. So, my 4.5-year-old stepdaughter was with us on Tuesday last week and watched the premiere of Dancing with the Stars with me, and absolutely freaking loved it. Which I didn't
The
expect. It was so
next
cute and fun.
generation. Yes.
I'm helping raise the next generation.
Yes, you are.
But she calls it Shooting Stars, and she thinks
Oh
that it's
my
on.
gosh.
She thinks it's on every night. So she's like, "Katie, are we gonna watch Shooting Stars?" And I was like, "No, not till Tuesday." But
Oh my gosh, that's so cute. You can pull up all the YouTube videos of your favorites and
oh yeah, I was showing my mom some videos, and she was like, "I want to see," and I was like, "A
yes,
child after my own heart."
good thing there's 32 other seasons we can find on YouTube. So we'll be able to get her into Shooting Stars some more. That's really sweet.
I know. So I thought that was fun.
It is
But
fun.
yeah, let's jump right in to this
Okay.
episode and try and we wanted to get this out tonight so everybody can listen on their commute to work tomorrow. And so yeah, we are up late, burning that
Midnight
midnight
oil,
oil
baby. That
but
midnight oil.
for you.
Yeah.
So let's do it.
Oh, okay. Oscars night. I really liked the intro. I thought it was funny. I thought Alfonso was putting, his comedic career to good use. I like when they said Carrion was a star in the movie The Silence of the Lifts. I thought Ezra is just he's just so charming. I love every time he's on my screen and he just looked so good. I like how you were saying a lot of the outfits weren't great. I thought best dressed Ezra and Tori Spelling. Shockingly, I loved the outfit that Tori was in. I just think that when they were doing the pans of the couples, Alan and Alona seemed to have just such great chemistry, and Chandler and Brandon just look perfect together. And of course, Danny Amendola is my new favorite name for him is Danny Amendoumi instead of Danny Amendola.
I love that. I'm on board with that 1,000%. And shout out to Britt and Alan for the choreo on the opening number. We love that.
It was good. I enjoyed it.
Oh, and also shout out to Roman for taking my notes from the podcast last week. We know you're listening.
Oh
And
my God.
pulling that hair back in the most gorgeous slicked back bun I've ever seen. I want to take his hair off his head and wear it like a wig. It was
Yeah,
gorgeous.
he looked really good. And you were right. You knew exactly what he needed.
I
So,
mean, it's like I've been here before or something. I don't know.
yeah, okay. Are we ready to get into the couples or do we
I'm
have anything
ready.
else? Okay. Okay. First up, Jen and Sasha, they had a tango to A Little Party Never Killed Nobody, and that was from the film The Great Gatsby.
So this remake of The Great Gatsby, which is iconic, a classic. This remake was stunning. I remember when it came out, I'm obsessed with it. It's visually so beautiful, and also just like the way they mixed like the old with the, more modern twist. I absolutely loved it. The clothing, the costuming, just the whole vibe. Ugh, immaculate, chef's kiss. Um Unfortunately, we had a little mix up with the music, but first
Yeah.
things first, Sasha and Jen. I don't think I'm shipping this. I don't think it's a showmance. I think they're just really close, but I wouldn't hate it if it happened. And then Haley Jean hit us with the comment that Sasha reminds her so much of Felipe from Handy Manny. And everyone, stop what you're doing right now and Google Felipe Handy Manny, because it's a damn screwdriver and the face looks like Sasha, and I'm upset.
Handy Manny. I'm Googling. Oh my gosh. No, he does not.
He
Sasha's
does.
so much cuter than that. Okay, well, I'm kind of with you. I don't really ship them, but I really do think that they are both exactly what each other needed in this time.
I agree.
I think this partnership is so great for Sasha, and it's obviously clear, we've said it a million times, that he wasn't supposed to be back this season, but I'm just so happy that he got his chance with Jen. And I don't think Jen is, I think she still has a long way to go, but I do think that Sasha is a great partner for her and that they have a really good partnership.
Yeah, and I think she definitely has potential. I did feel like this week's dance was weaker than her week 1 dance, but I think a big part of that is because of the little mishap that happened with the music.
Yeah. It's
Because
amazing that she performed the way she did
I
when
know.
they
Well, I
couldn't even
wondered.
hear it.
I wondered why he was counting so loud. I was like, she wasn't like bad last week. Like, I don't
No.
understand. And then when they called it out, and like Carrie Ann did, like it wasn't like they were making excuses. It was nice that the judges noticed it and said something about it. I was like, that makes so much sense as to, because she had this panicked look on her face the whole time, and I was like, what's going on? So I would hope that. Do you remember last season when Mauricio just totally like dropped the ball one week and like flubbed really bad, and Emma posted a video of their dress rehearsal?
Yeah, that was really.
And I need to see that so that I can know like what it was supposed to look like, because I feel like it was going to be so good, and then just unfortunately due to extenuating circumstances they weren't able to accomplish what they set out to do. So I feel bad like even saying yes or no on this one, because it's not even really like they got a fair shot at it,
Yeah. And I feel like they'll be even better next week. So,
Definitely.
or next 2 weeks or whenever the hell we come back. But
I know.
yeah, so, yeah, I definitely thought she looked a little bit timid and a little bit sloppy at times, but the energy was really good for them having those music issues. I thought that all the passes across the ballroom were amazing. Those were the best parts of the dance. And yeah, I mean, I thought they got scored. I'll give their scores: a 6 from Carrie Ann, a 6 from Derek, and a 7 from Bruno, which was a total of 19.
And that was fine with me.
Yeah,
and
me too.
Again, I feel so bad for them that like we didn't really get to see what it could have been because of what it was.
Yeah.
Because of a goof. So
yeah. And it's hard to go first. It's so hard to go first already. So
aside from the fact that you're going to be the one that gets the technical issues, if there are any, you also have to come out, and I'm sure it's very nerve-wracking to go first. So I'm excited. I'm glad, spoiler alert, they're sticking around. So I'm glad that they'll get another chance next week, or whenever, like you said, whenever the hell we come back. But yeah, I felt like it was a good start to the show, and I think everything after was I think as a whole this was a lot better than last week. So I was really proud of everybody for that.
Yeah, it was another good week. Okay. Next up, we have Eric and Britt. They had a waltz to the song The Godfather Waltz from the movie The The Godfather.
Oh, wow. I'm glad you clarified because I wasn't sure what movie that was going to be from. So when I liked that they like showed the clip of him like getting nominated for an Oscar back in the day. He was a little hottie, okay?
Oh yeah, big
Like
time.
he was a cutie boy. Go off.
I know.
Um,
My friend who was here watching, I can't remember if it was Emily or Laura who said it, but they said when he was young, he looks like Cillian Murphy, which I really saw. I was like, oh my God, they actually look just alike.
Yeah, no, I can see that for sure. Is it the mouth maybe?
Yeah, it's all of it. And the hair and the nose. Yeah.
So somebody unfortunately attacked him with a bedazzler. I don't know if it was a mob hit from The Godfather or what, but he was shining bright like a diamond. I was really proud of his. Are you laughing at me?
No, I'm laughing. That's good.
I was really proud of his hands. He had really graceful hands, and I love to see that. I felt like they lost the tempo and the 1 2 3 1 2 3, like the musicality of a waltz, but I'm not sure if it was because it was so slow or if the execution of it was bad. It was a little underwhelming to me, but I think it was so much better than last week for him.
Yeah, I'm with you. I thought so much improved from last week. I think he looked like a totally different dancer this week. I thought the music, a lot of people didn't like the music. I know it was slow, but I thought it was moody and sexy. Like, I really enjoyed what Britt put together for this night. I thought Britt looked so insanely beautiful in the dress that she was in.
Oh my God, that color on her.
Yeah, she was tied for best dressed girl with Tori. When we got to the scoring and Carrie-Anne was talking about how she had chronic pain and that he looked like he had chronic pain, and I'm like, he's never once said that he has chronic pain.
Stop projecting, Carrie-Anne.
I know. So I just kind of thought that was weird, but yeah, I mean, he was definitely a little bit lost, but it was so much better than last week. I mean, last week he didn't even remember the choreography, and this week he really did a good job. So in my eyes, at least.
Yeah, no, I'm with you there. I will say Serena Nixon made a comment in the chat and she said, my daughter, Mom, that was really good. I liked it so much. Me, clearly you have bad taste, honey, and we need to work on that.
There's way better, honey. Just stick around.
Yeah, just sit down, pull up a chair. You're gonna see some really great stuff.
Oh, the innocence of youth. To think Eric Roberts is really good. Okay, so the scores.
Oh.
They got this is wild to me,
Mm-hmm.
a 6 from Carrie-Anne.
Okay.
A respectfully 4 from Derek.
Straight to jail.
And a 5 from Bruno. A total score of 15.
So I think Allison Lee summed it up the best when she said, if you're not giving a 4 on week 1, then it's rude AF to give 1 on week 2. And 1,000%. What are we doing?
Especially when the dance was so much better than his dance. Like, this dance this week was so much better than last week. And and to say, when you say respectfully before you say something, you actually mean the word disrespectfully.
Yeah, well, just because you say, it's like saying no offense. That doesn't mean that it's not offensive. Saying respectfully doesn't mean that it's respectful.
Yeah, it was.
That does not mean whatever I'm about to do or say, I get a pass for. Like, Derek.
I hated that. I hated it.
I was pissed, because what you're telling this man is that you got worse. And he didn't. And that's not the case at all. I was like, what are we doing? Like, Derek, it's called the consequences of your own choices. I'm sorry that you overscored him last week, but guess what? You did, and now you have to live with that. You can't go around and, dump on this guy who did better and then be like, here's lower points for you.
Yeah,
respectfully.
Respectfully really got under my skin.
Respectfully, go to jail.
Respectfully, you're wrong. So, okay, 6, I can see giving them a 6. Maybe. But I do
1 6 yeah. I will allow.
But the 4 was out of pocket. This should have been a 6-5-5 dance, not a 6-5-4 dance.
Yeah. 1,000%.
Anyway, next up we had Danny and Whitney.
Who?
Amandumi.
That's what I thought.
They had a jive to Danger Zone from Top Gun.
So it's crazy because I didn't even realize that Spirit Halloween stores were already open for the year. But I guess costuming forgot about Danny and Whit. And so they were like, uh-oh. So they ran to their nearest Spirit Halloween in an old Hobby Lobby and picked out a couple costumes for number one fighter pilot and number one fighter pilot babe. Because you know they can't use movie titles in their costume.
Yeah, these two.
They did the least. They gave us nothing.
Yeah, those outfits were bad. Those two are best looking, but were worse dressed.
1,000%. However, just because costuming gave us nothing does not mean that Danny and Whitney gave us nothing because they were in it.
Yeah, it was good.
He needs to point his toes, but
yeah,
our man has got the moves. It's week 2. Dude, you know it is so hot.
What?
Just Danny, but also he gets so like locked in, laser
focused. Yes.
And you can tell he's like, all right, let's fucking go. Like he's locked and loaded, ready to go. And the focus, man,
it's very attractive.
It's palpable how focused he is.
Yeah, and how into it he is because it's so not your brand when you're an NFL football player to come out here and treat this like the big game. You know what I mean? But yes. He is so light on his feet. He's so precise. I agree with you. His arms look a little bit lost sometimes, but he is trying so hard and the jive is hard and he was perfectly on point with Whitney with the footwork. And so I was super impressed with this one. I really enjoyed this dance. I watched it twice.
Yes. And then he, like, what are we even talking about? Like, he did some, like, jumps and, like, flips and spinning around. Like, obviously the technical terms for ballroom dancing. Like, what can he not do? I'll tell you what he can do. I'll tell you what he can do.
Me. I loved the fan scene at the beginning with like
in the background.
It was very nice. I really liked it.
Yeah, new screensaver alert.
So they got all sevens across the board. I thought that was a very proper, very accurate score for what they put out.
I totally agree. This felt exactly correct. So I was very pleased, and I just my hopes for him are so high. I cannot wait to see what's next.
I'm just so happy that he has proven me wrong.
I mean, when are we going to see the jerk is what I'm asking.
Freestyle. Probably when he does his freestyle. I don't know. Okay, next up. Anna and Ezra had a quick step to Suddenly I See from the movie The Devil Wears Prada.
Okay, really quick, before we talk about the dance, we have to talk about the drama.
Yes.
Max, shame on you. And Dancing with the Stars / ABC should be pissed at him. Whatever you think about this person, Anna being cast, this is ABC's fault. This is not her fault. They handed her an opportunity on a silver platter, and she said, I would be stupid not to do this. And so she did. And like, as a former pro and former champion on this show, to go on a TMZ podcast and rip this woman to shreds, like, personally, not even just like her dancing's bad, like, I thought it was so unnecessary. I thought it was in such bad taste. And just like, for what? Like, Max, you're not even on the show anymore. Like, it just felt really gross to me. I don't condone what she did. I don't love it. I'm not an Anna apologist, but like, what are we doing? She was given this opportunity and she took it. If you want to be mad at somebody, be mad at the casting director, be mad at ABC, be mad at Disney Plus, Hulu, whatever. But like, why are we just absolutely destroying this person? And then Kelly Catrone, who is like BFFs with Anna, posted onto her story like the post from TMZ of the interview, and like went over it and was like, shame on you, like, you're not even on the show, dance yourself into another like reality or something. And I thought Anna, her response, she reposted Kelly's story, like, so with Kelly's text, like basically bashing Max on it, and all Anna said was, who is this Maxim? He sounds poor.
He sounds poor. So I kind of have maybe a little bit different opinion than you. I didn't really mind that he came for it and went there, because I feel like he can say, because he's not on the cast this season, he can say what a lot of people are thinking. And here's why I kind of feel a little bit I feel good about what he said is because Ezra really did get the short end of the stick here. Like, Ezra did not have a shot from day one when he was partnered with her because she just was not going to pull the votes. And it was his very first season. So, like, I felt like he was calling out the casting director, being like, it's a lot of people's dream to make it on this show, aka Ezra. Ezra said whenever he went, live on Instagram, whenever he got the call to be a pro, how excited he was to finally be called up. And then he gets called up and then what? Goes home immediately. So I didn't really mind Max kind of going there. Do I think he went a little harsh? Yeah, but that's also Max's personality. Like, he's literally never not spoke his mind. So
no, you're absolutely right. Like, TBT to him and Abby Lee Miller getting into a verbal altercation when she was a guest judge. Like, you're right. I think I'm just really, like, I think the thing for me is that I'm really tired of the narrative. Like, the initial shock for me has worn off. Like, I was like, oh my God, I cannot believe they cast her. And then I was, like, very disappointed for Ezra because we all knew that she was not going to win and she wasn't going to be around very long at all anyway. So, like, that was definitely a bummer. But, I mean, at this point, it's like...
She's on the show.
She's on the cast. Like, why are we still bitching about this?
Yeah.
And also, I've been doing a lot of, like, research, aka watching a bunch of TikToks. And I've seen some of her where, like, she's in the background of the skybox during someone else's interview, and she is giggly and bubbly and then realizes the camera is on her, and her personality totally shifts. I think she's playing a part because that's what she is on the show for and what is expected of her. And, like, even hearing Ezra talk about her, like, I don't think that what she's showing is who she is. And, again, I'm not an apologist. I don't think that, we should be... I think she paid her debt to society.
Yeah.
She served her time for what she was convicted of.
And now she's more famous than ever.
Right. But that's neither here nor there. So, like, technically, she has paid her debt to society. So, if it were anyone else, we would not continue to punish her or him or whoever it is. People make mistakes. You do the crime, you do the time, whatever, you move on. Mm-hmm. But I also don't think it's great to be like, here, we're going to put you on a huge platform as a redemption.
And glorify the ankle monitor.
Right.
Anyway, like, I could talk about it for days and days about the amount of people at home right now on ankle monitors. Like, okay, but
yeah,
whatever.
If they're lucky enough to get house arrest.
Yeah, seriously, if they're not actually in jail.
Right. So I think, like I said, I think the whole thing is what she's showing is the Anna Delvey persona more so than who she
Anna
actually
Delvey,
is.
yeah.
Right. And then there was a Dancing with the Stars posted a TikTok. I reposted it on our TikTok if you want to go follow it and check it out for yourself at Talk Dirty Dancing to Me. And they did like a emoji version of like Guess the Celeb. And it was like 3 emojis that were essentially describing each of the stars. And Anna absolutely nailed it. And when she when she picked Steven, she goes, "That's Steve." And she was like, I was like, "Who are you? Like, who is this little person that's so bubbly and seemingly sweet?" So I think we've all been bamboozled, but spoiler alert, we don't have to worry about this anymore, and I'm so glad. Let's talk about tonight's dance.
I also did love the Julia Fox angle tonight really quick. She slid in there really quick. She slid in there really quick as Anna's friend and was like, "Look, we've all done stuff we're not proud of. Let's give her a second chance." And I'm like, hell yeah, Julia.
And the amount of who is Julia Foxes that were in the chat, I was like, are we old? Do people not know who this is?
We're old. But
is she not relevant? I felt like she was like, I felt cool to know who that was. I felt like she's very much like with the youths.
Yeah. Who are we to know? I have no idea.
I don't know. But anyway, yeah, Julia Fox was there. Shout out.
Shout out to Julia Fox. So, okay. It looked like she lost her footing a bit in her dance. She just wasn't going full out. I could see more personality tonight than last night. She really does. I so agreed with Carrie Ann when she said she had great potential. She had great lines, but she was just such low energy. But Ezra, he looked like a star and a king. So good job, Ezra.
I think Ezra should stay on as a star, and they should just partner him with someone else. He and Pasha should dance together the rest of the season.
They should. I would love that. That would be nice.
I actually really, really, really liked this choreography. So Ezra, you can do no wrong in my eyes.
Yeah, I wish we got to see more. It's a shame.
Absolutely. I loved the way that he did kind of play up her personality, where she was like uninterested at first, and then there was like a little storyline in there. I mean, don't get me wrong, he was 1,000% doing all of the work,
Yeah.
but what she did do was really pretty. Like her,
Yeah.
she had a lot of musicality this week, and I was actually really impressed. Like the rise and fall of the dance, I was shocked that it was so different than what we got last week because she was giving us nothing. So, I mean, I thought it was an improvement, but, I mean, we all kind of knew how this was going to end, so.
Yeah. So she got a 6 from Carrie Ann, a 5 from Derek, and a 6 from Bruno. 17 out of 30, which I thought was a fair score.
Yeah, that's fine with me. I have no qualms about that.
All right. Okay, next. Chandler and Brandon. They had a rumba to What Was I Made For by Billie Eilish, the song of last summer from the Barbie movie.
Not me crying.
Yeah, that was really, really good. I thought it was just effortless, flawless. I mean, there were parts of the dance where you couldn't even tell who was the professional and who wasn't. I thought that they were actually giving them competitive critiques, like they were in an actual professional ballroom competition. It kind of seemed like it was giving Charlie, it was giving Charlie
But
and
so
Mark.
much better because she has the emotion that I never felt from Charlie.
Yes, and she just is such a natural. She's so beautiful, and they look absolutely perfect together. She is absolutely the clear front runner.
Yes, and I think that the two of them have the best chemistry. I think they are truly like best friends. Like they speak the same language. Like they seem so perfectly matched. I am so nervous that they're gonna peak early and then it's gonna hurt them.
Yeah, it is. I mean, because they have peaked. I mean, that dance was perfect. I think it's like, and that's why I was happy that they got all 8s and that they ate it up tonight, because I don't think you can give them higher right now because they need something to work for.
Yeah, they need that room to grow. I agree with you. I thought it was just so gorgeous. And then her little speech at the beginning talking about what girlhood is and then turning into a woman in society and like how it's so different. Like, I was like, oh my God, I am emo.
And that cover was really good. I thought a lot of the covers were good tonight. So.
I agree. Thanks for listening, Rachel Live. I'm sorry that I called you criminal last week.
Thank you for listening. So yeah, overall, ate it up.
I mean, Carrie Ann was right when she said that they really pulled on our organs.
Yeah, I wasn't getting an organ pull, but it was an amazing dance.
I mean, I don't even have an organ. We don't have room for that in our house, so. That was terrible.
Oh my God.
We're all dumber now for having heard that.
You're so crazy. Okay. Okay. Next up, Reginald and Emma. They had a paso doble to Ode to Joy from the movie Die Hard. And what a hot mess was this?
I mean, can we just talk about the fact that I know in my heart of hearts, my organ of organs, that when Beethoven was composing this piece of music, in his mind, he was like, one day, the dad from Family Matters and Emma from Dancing with the Stars are going to do a paso doble to this on live television while confetti falls and there's a cop car on the dance floor.
And the man is dressed in a Walmart cop outfit that he couldn't even afford the Spirit Halloween version. Costuming couldn't even go get the Spirit Halloween version. This was like a less than Walmart cop outfit.
A Walmart jacket that they ironed on some patches to, and then they were like, oh shit, it's a paso. Give him a cummerbund.
What is the line that they kept saying? What's his main line in Die Hard? He says, you hang on there, buddy. What's he tell Bruce? Like,
he tells him, hang in there, pal.
Just hang in there, pal. And that is what he did for the dance. He hung in there. He did his very best. Let me say, it was slow. And how the hell were they supposed to dance to this song? However,
what do you mean? This is literally what it was made for.
I know, but like,
Ode to Joy screams paso doble to me. What are you talking about?
But not
I'm lying. I'm lying.
Okay, sorry. I'm too into my notes right now. But like it was such a mess, but he moved so much better tonight.
Look, okay. As Gabrielle Green said, Reginald's smile could cure my depression.
And it does. And it does.
I could throw my Zoloft out the window tomorrow. Not sponsored, unless at Zoloft we are interested.
We actually are. Thank you.
Big supporters, would love to compensate monetarily. Thank you so much.
Samples? Anyone?
Yeah.
Additional samples? Thanks.
Yeah, you know I don't got that name brand. I got that sertraline generic. No, but I also I smiled again the whole time. It was a hot mess, unfortunately, but I just look at his little smiling face and I just feel such joy. An ode to joy, truly.
An ode to joy.
And he Alex Crook said, "Look at my bestie marching for his life."
He was
picking him up and putting him down. I hope he had his Apple Watch on because his steps were out of control. He had to have hit a mile.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. I thought there was a lot of improvement. Okay, so the scores. Another jumbled mess. So we get a 6 from Carrie Ann. We get a 4 from Derek. And we get a 5 from Bruno. So this is right when my TV shut off for a chemical spill in Cincinnati. And so
I'm not laughing. Like, that's so scary. Like,
no, it's actually really sad. It's really crazy that it's the second major chemical spill in Ohio in like the last 2 years. But anyways, so it cut off right here. So I didn't hear what Derek had to say about his 4. So I would love for you to kind of elaborate for me if you know.
I sent it to you. I recorded my TV and sent it to you.
Oh, I was trying to watch the dances.
Oh, okay. Well, he basically was like, Carrie Ann said, I think a 10 is different for everybody. Which is fine.
Yes. Okay. I remember this now.
And then Derek was like, he said something. I don't know. I was just so flabbergasted by the fact that he really looked at this man and said, "Here's a 4."
Yeah. Messed up.
I can't remember exactly what he said. I thought that Bruno's was really good, where he taught, his critique was you can't just be, you have to have a little bit more fluidity as well as the sharper movements to really emphasize the difference. So I thought that was good. But again, Derek, that is a hate crime. That is a war crime. What you have done to this man. How? What are we doing? If this was
it was one, better.
Yeah, and if it was week 1, I would be so on board. That's what we were saying last week. We were like, why are you scoring them so high when this is not of this caliber? And then this week you're like, we kind of maybe jumped the gun a little bit, so let's just absolutely destroy these people's hopes and dreams.
Well,
on national television.
He also did double the work, if not triple the work in this dance. And so I just didn't think the 4 is warranted. I would have been fine with all 5s. I would have been fine with a 6-5-5, but I think the 4 was really out of pocket. So anyway, Reggie gets a total of 15.
I was just so disappointed because he clearly worked really hard and he did a lot more. He moved. He didn't just stand in place. There was some marching in place that happened, but he did move. He covered some ground, not a lot, but enough. More, exactly. And I don't like that. I really have a problem with that. And Derek, you know what you did.
You know what you did. Okay, next. Steven and Riley had a pas doble to Superman, the Superman main theme song from the movie Superman.
Okay, what are we doing with these orchestral songs that aren't Latin in any way and doing a pas doble to them?
I don't know.
It doesn't fit for me.
This one wasn't as bad as Ode to Joy, but
it was still not good though. But so I know that I'm a turd because every season I complain and I'm like, you need to pick a song that matches the style of dance. But and I feel like I can be a lot more lax on that, but I feel like a paso doble is legitimately one that the music seriously helps or hurts your performance.
Yeah.
Just because it's so intense and if your song is kind of this song just didn't have what I needed it to have. They were a vision in red. But I didn't. What they did, Riley threw everything but the kitchen sink at him. He handled it so well. He works his little booty off.
His tiny booty off, literally.
His tiny, tiny booty. Tiny booty, big biceps.
Literally. Literally.
Meanwhile, over here, I am the complete opposite. That's so okay. Funny. That's all right. But no, I thought it was...
Hey, remember, God doesn't give with both hands.
Oh my God. No, but I thought it was really good. I thought that the little, I guess, kind of aerial tricks moves
He's
that they
good at
did.
those. He's
Yeah,
really
he
good
really is. It's almost like he flings his body around for his
at
career. What did you think?
Okay, I didn't mind. This is also something I missed live, so I had to watch the Katie's version from iPhone, recorded from iPhone with Brendan doing leaps across the screen, which I did love, by the way. Okay, so
Thank you.
Steven really is America's superhero. I said it last week about him and Alona. You just love them. I love that he leans into everything that he does. He is so strong. There's parts where it definitely is wobbly and a little bit awkward, but you can just see how hard he's trying, and it's still so fun to watch him because he just doesn't hold back at all. The very end pose, I thought his poor foot was going to snap off, but he did good and held it up. I love how much Riley can challenge her choreography this year because last year she could do nothing with choreography. So
yeah, unfortunately.
it's I didn't mind the song. I really love the dance. I think I'm also just kind of biased towards them, and I'll admit that. So the scores, they got 8 from Carrie-Anne, 7 from Derek, 7 from Bruno.
This was an all 7 dance to me. I don't know what it was. If it was just,
I just feel like it's.
I think the vibe just wasn't there for me.
Well, it's also kind of what we're saying. Like, I agree. Like, this was very on caliber with Joey's. Very good, or whatever, who I said earlier, Danny, sorry. Danny's very good, very strong. And, like, that was an all 7s dance. Let them get their 8s next week or 4th week. You know what I mean? Like, let's kind of, I don't know, because he's going to get to an 8. He's going to get to a 10 one day. But, like, he's at a 7 right now.
Yeah,
so.
I agree. And I think I cannot wait to continue to see them. Every time he's on my TV, I'm smiling like a crazy person. When he yeeted those glasses across the room, I was like, go off, King. Again. Sir, excuse me, sir. This is a question for Steven Nedorozic. Sir, how do you see without your glasses on?
I know. I want to know.
I need to know.
He is that locked in.
But, like, is it a blur?
I don't know. We'll have to ask him.
Yeah.
Steven,
if you're listening.
Steven, what's his girlfriend's name? Tess, I think?
Yes.
Tess? Yeah, Tess. Are you listening?
Tess,
can you come on the podcast?
Tess, it's me at Talk 30 Dancing to Me on TikTok. I'm about to be all up in your DMs. Ding dong, it's me.
That's a great idea. Okay.
Really quick before we move on, Monica Duran, which I think I'm saying that properly, she posted in the chat a screenshot of a tweet that she saw on X. I don't know if we still call them tweets, but whatever. A tweet from X from at Bonjour Isabella. And it showed a side-by-side of Taylor Swift singing the national anthem somewhere in 2002.
Yes.
Steven and Riley.
Yes.
And they are wearing the same outfit.
It's the same tank.
It's the whole thing is the same.
He probably got it from Taylor herself.
Yeah. And he's probably going to, like, give it to his grandma or his girlfriend after he's done
my
with
gosh,
it.
That was really sweet. Over the weekend, they showed where he saved the sleeve, where they cut the sleeve from his dance last week so he could mail it to his grandma for her birthday. Now, I'm sorry. This man is salt of the earth.
I mean, he's damn near Nicolas Cage because he's a national treasure.
I love this man. So, yes, total of 22. So, yeah, I think it could have been a 21, and I would have been happy. But, good for him. At least he's really giving it his all.
If anybody's going to get extra points, I'm not mad that it's Steven.
Me either. Okay, next up. Joey and Jenna, they had a rumba to Shallow, the Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper Shallow, from the movie A Star is Born.
I don't like this song. I'm really sorry.
Oh, really? I'm kind of surprised.
Are you? Does it seem like my personality?
Well, no, but I mean, you're into a lot of good music, and this is like a really big song. I mean, you know a lot about music.
Don't talk about my marching band days like this.
Okay, I was thinking about your marching band days, but I wasn't going to go there. I mean, you really do, though. You know music. You know music a lot more than me.
I don't know. I maybe because it was when it came out in 2019, it was like this huge moment.
Overplayed.
Yes. And so now I'm just like, it kind of like the same thing with Flowers for Jen last week. I was like, I'm over this. I get it. I've heard it to no end. So,
Yeah.
I think that here's a hot take for you. I
Okay.
think that if Joey had gone before Chandler to do his Roomba, I would have thought that this was really great.
Mm.
But after seeing Chandler's Roomba, this was just all right for me.
Huh. I'm surprised.
I mean, don't get me wrong. My political campaign is hashtag silk shirts all the time. Especially if 2024, especially if they're open in the front. Like, that is so yum. However, and like, thank you, costuming, for doing this for us. We appreciate you. And I thought he looked so natural. His foot, he didn't look as confident in his footing this week because it was a lot slower, obviously. But I think his downfall for me was that watching Chandler's, she had all the kind of acting and emotion that adds to the performance quality of a dance like this.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't really connect that way. And so it fell a little bit flat for me. So while I thought it was still, and last week he just came out of the gate, guns freaking blazing, like absolutely knocked my freaking socks off. Like, I cannot stop thinking about it. So I think that's another reason why I was just kind of let down. I didn't think it was bad by any means, and I still thought it was one of the best dances this week. I just wanted a little bit more from him.
Yeah, I think Joey's going to thrive in those high energy dances, like the fun, happy go lucky, that type. You can just kind of tell that, like, the chemistry, they're not as good at acting on their chemistry. Like, they're not as good at acting like they're in love, And, but I thought it was a really good Rumba, especially for week 2. I mean, where Joey is not where I expected him to be at all, or like to start. But I'm so happy with how good he is. He is just so freaking hot. And so he really is just so charming too. Like, he actually looks like an angel guy, like a good guy. I will also say, if this is what Joey is like week 2, a man who's never danced in his literal life, imagine how good he's going to be week 6, week 7, week 8. Like, I'm really excited to see the dances that they put together, especially because Jenna's really good at choreography. So, their scores. They got an 8 from Carrie-Ann, a strong 7 from Derek, which sounds like he almost gave him an 8, and a 7 from Bruno, which I did agree with because I'm also with you. Chandler's Rumba was better.
Yeah, I think that this score is fine. It could have been an all 7 for me, or it could have been an 877. It's
5309.
That's 867.
Oh, sorry.
But I mean, I don't know. I feel like last week because it was so unexpected, and then this week I obviously came in with like high hopes, and a Roomba just isn't that kind of dance really to me that like gets me all riled up. Like, it gets me riled up in a different way, but like, not like, yeah, woo, that was awesome. It's more like, I need to be alone for a few minutes. So I think that I just mentally wasn't in the right headspace to like, I need to rewatch this and like see, now that I know like kind of what to expect and not to like, have the same kind of hopes that I did last week. I need to like rewatch with new eyes, clear eyes, full hearts. Can't lose.
Okay, next up we have Phaedra and Val. They had a Foxtrot too, and I Am Telling You I'm Not Going by Jennifer Hudson from Dreamgirls.
Green is her color, baby.
Everything is her color, literally.
No, you're not wrong. She's so gorgeous.
I mean, she is flawless. Seriously.
Yeah, no, I cannot believe how much I have grown to love her in just 2 short weeks. I think she's so great. I thought that this was super pretty, but it kind of bored me a little bit. Not that it was bad or it was lacking content. It just, I don't know. I felt like we were like shot out of a cannon at the beginning of this with like so many like faster, like more like epic kind of dances maybe. And then we got this like little slow like
Foxtrot out of nowhere.
Well, and even with Joey too, this could be part of why maybe I didn't like it as much, was we had slow, and then Phaedra was slow, and then next up is Tori, and she was slow, and then Dwight was slow. So I was just like, we had this lull in the middle, And so I
Yeah.
felt like I kind of not lost interest, but I was like, I need to pick up the pace a little bit. So that's nothing, against her or any of the people that danced in this middle section. But I was just kind of like, okay, I need some caffeine here.
Yeah. I'd like to give a shout out to the girl who sang the cover because I thought this cover was really good. I liked Val's choreography. I thought that he could have challenged her a little bit more. Um, I did think there were definitely parts where you could tell that she needs refinement, but
Mm-hmm.
again, she is just so good for the camera. I mean, she performs her face, her attitude. She is giving I'm a star, I know what I'm doing, even though she doesn't, like, she has never done this before. She's just so fun to watch. Here, what note did I say here? I thought there could have been some more choreography in that. It was oh yeah, she definitely early anticipated some of the moves, like got there a little bit early.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, I mean, I'm obsessed with her, and I could watch her on my screen every week. So,
And again, my eye is drawn to her more than it is to Val, and that is
which
saying
is
a
rare.
whole lot. So
It's
here's a hot
rare.
take, and let me know what you think. So I feel like if this dance was on week 2 of last season, it would have been towards the top of the leaderboard.
Yes.
But this season, it kind of fell in the middle because I think this season just has so much talent.
So much. So
And no,
much.
obviously, no shade to last season. We love all of you guys from last season that are listening, obviously. Um, but I thought that it was so interesting. I was like, wow, I mean, there was absolutely nothing wrong with this. And again, week 2, like, this is gorgeous.
Yeah.
But I feel like this field is so stacked that I was just kind of like, it's good.
Yeah. It's definitely solid. And I thought the scoring was very fair. I think it's very much one of those, hey, you're good, you're gonna get even better type scores, because she got 7s across the board from everyone. So
Yeah, and I agree with that. I think that it was totally on par with. So I think overall, besides Derek being stinky and low scoring, our two
and
older
weird.
kings,
Yeah,
yeah,
weird.
I think that scoring was a lot better this week as a whole.
Yeah, they were on the same rubric this week.
Yeah,
Yeah, she was a dream girl tonight. I was happy for her. I love her.
yeah,
Oh,
same.
and she's funny as hell when she got to the skybox and she was like, how do you feel about 2 people going home? And she was like, well, I mean, people got to go home so there can be a winner. I
I
mean,
know. I was
she's
like, wow, she really is. They call her reality royalty, and it's so true.
she
Like,
is, she's that girl.
she is made for TV, baby.
She really is. I love her. Okay. Next up, Tori and Pasha. They had a Roomba to This Is Me from The Greatest Showman.
So you forgot the third person involved in this, the fog department.
Oh, yeah.
I hate when they do that because then you can't see their feet. But before I say anything else, the commercial break in between Phaedra and Tori, we got that iconic ad for Wegovy, which not sponsored. Wegovy, if you want to sponsor us, we are open. We are ready.
For more reasons than the money on the Wagovies.
Yeah, you can just send us some. I will inject myself and let you know how skinny I can get. No, but and so obviously the song "This Is Me" is like used in that commercial, and so Allison Lee commented and said, "Plot twist: what if this is also an ad for Wegovy?"
The coincidence. We've heard the song twice in a row now.
I know.
That's funny.
So unfortunately for Tori, she looked gorgeous.
I thought her dress was the best one of the night.
It was really good. Jenna had a great one too. So did Britt. So did Phaedra. I mean, everybody was looking pretty good. But all that aside, unfortunately, the hip action was not in the room with us tonight.
Yeah, she was very stiff.
It was just not. I felt like she was better last week.
I don't know. I mean, I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. I thought it was better than last week. But that's all I have in notes, really. I mean, it just wasn't remarkable. I kind of feel a little bit guilty about what I said last week now about her, now that this week has come and gone. But I don't know. It was sweet to have her kids in the audience. I seriously just love how happy she was to be there and that she really does try. So I didn't hate the dance, but it very much could have been much better.
I just need to say, Mom, Courtney Bowman, if you're listening, if you ever go on Dancing with the Stars and try to talk about how I was bullied,
Please don't.
we will fight. We will become estranged.
Oh my
I
gosh.
like. I
Here's
get
all
it
5 of my kids, and guess what? Every single one of them bullied in school.
by each other, but that's not the point. No, I'm just kidding. No, I loved how passionate she was about the song. You already know how I feel about when people lip sync, but this didn't
Yeah.
bother me as much as some because it was like she was really feeling it. But I felt like she was more interested in the song
She was
than
feeling it.
the dance.
Yeah, she was feeling it.
It just didn't really do
It didn't
for
really
me.
translate well. I mean, her performance quality just wasn't as great as some of the others, but
I feel like they
yeah.
didn't do anything.
Yeah, this one just wasn't spectacular or sparkly.
She was not the greatest showman tonight,
She,
unfortunately.
she was not. So she got a 7 from Carrie, which was way too high. She got a 6
Yep.
from Derek and a 6 from Bruno. I think this was an all 6 dance, but I thought the 7 was very generous.
Yeah, this was all 6s for me as well. I just really am feeling a little bamboozled and like Boo Boo the Fool because of what we said about her last week. And
I know.
boy, were we wrong.
Boy, we sure were. Okay, next up, Dwight and Daniela. They had a foxtrot, their very first dance and hold, to A City of Stars from the movie La La Land.
So quick story time. When the movie La La Land came out, my mom and I, things were going, like work was weird. There was just weird stuff going on. And my mom was like kind of in a funk. And we had been talking about how we wanted to see this. We love Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling. Like them in Crazy Stupid Love is one of my favorite things. Like I just think they're a great pairing. And it was a musical. And we were like, oh my gosh, let's go see this. And I was like, I'm going to take my mom on a little mom-daughter date to go cheer her up. Took her to see La La Land. Guess what? Spoiler alert, it's fucking sad.
Yeah, that will wreck you, that movie.
I watched that movie one time when I saw it in theaters with my mom, and I never watched it again. I drove to this outing, like we rode together and I drove. She had to drive home because I couldn't stop crying. So that's my traumatic story about La La Land. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
But it is a great movie.
It is a great movie. For
Ryan Gosling, if you're listening, we love the movie. Love the song.
Yeah. It broke me. I've never been the same since. I loved how creative Danny was with this. Obviously, it was so funny to see her and Pasha practicing hold and showing
Crazy.
him. And like literally, Dwight is not even in the frame, like the camera frame because he's so tall. I saw her talking about. So unfortunately, there were some people saying online because Daniela like posted on Instagram or something. I think her story. Her and one of her friends, who's a guy, like practicing this week or the end of last week, and she had to go on, and they were like, "You're bringing in another choreographer, blah blah blah." No. So she was talking about how part of her creative process is she's lucky that her husband is also a professional dancer on the show, so she'll think of something in her head and want to try it out to see like how doable it is, if it flows well with what she's thinking for the rest of the dance, just to like try it out with another person.
Right. Let the artist cook. Let
her cook. So Pasha was obviously working with Tori, so she had her friend come in so she could try and like work it out, mentally with him.
Too bad he wasn't on stilts. Like I feel like I don't want to hear it. I literally don't want to hear how this would even be cheating.
Right. But I was just like, shame on everyone who's tried to start that shit. Like this is just not, it's not cool.
I can guarantee you every single one of them do it.
Yeah, of course. People tried to say this about Riley last year. They were like, she doesn't do her own choreography. Like, collaborating with another person or practicing something with another person is not the same thing as not making up your own dance. And when she has used outside people in the past, as any other pro has used outside people in the past, they always credit that person. They're like, thank you so much to XYZ who collaborated with this choreography, blah, blah, blah. So whatever. Shame on all of you. But she was also, after she clarified all of that, she also was talking about how great it has been working with Dwight. She talked about how she was running late to rehearsal one day, and she showed up at the studio, and he's like sweating because he had been running through the dance by himself, practicing his part without her.
It's very cool.
And I was like, oh my God, a king. And then last but not least, she posted on her Instagram story he was obviously having some kind of gastrointestinal distress.
That was so bad. He could not stop farting.
He could not stop farting. So I don't think it's out there anymore. I think it might be on TikTok actually. But our man was going through it. Yeah. He survived. He's an upset tummy survivor.
Can we talk about what Haley Jean said, speaking of farts, how she said that you couldn't pay her $1 billion to fart in front of Val? Which is just so funny. Like, it's just so funny because I also want Val to think that I am perfect if we ever meet. And I agree with her, which is just so funny. But Dwight and Daniela, they definitely seem like they have that funny relationship. And
yes.
I don't know, he's just so large compared to her. But his dance tonight, so graceful. It's genuinely challenging her, but she's up for this challenge. Like, I really think she's the only pro who could do this. I think that he learns his dances and performs them full out. So I loved it.
I cannot freaking get over how dapper and distinguished and smooth and graceful this 6'11" man was on the ballroom dance floor.
Yeah, pretty crazy.
Shame on costuming for dressing him like a cocktail waiter, but he looked amazing. The smile on his face, like, I loved it so much. He seemed so gentle and like fluid, and it was just so beautiful. Danny was having to take like some big ass steps.
She was, and her arms were completely fully extended above her head.
Yes, but it was amazing. Like, honestly, I really didn't notice that much once they got into the dance and they were moving around the ballroom because I couldn't look away from like the image that they were creating as a whole. I thought it was so pretty. I was so impressed. And the way that they started off with that cute little high five where she like jumped 40 feet in the air to reach his hand. I love them. Yeah,
they're good. I like them. So, okay. They got an 8 from Carrie-Ann, a 7 from Derek, and a 7 from Bruno.
I am totally on board with this. It could have been all 7s to me as well, and I would have been fine. But I like that Carrie-Ann threw in the 8. But I will call her out because she said the weirdest thing, and I thought she wasn't going to give them as high of a score as she did, but she was like, I would like to see how else you guys can be and hold and be close. And Michelle
be clever. I don't know. Right. It's weird.
And Michelle Salerno goes, literally the only way they can have more contact is if he wears her in a baby Bjorn and twirls around.
Yeah, I think
what do you mean? Like, it's already amazing that she came up with what she did.
Yeah, I was with Daniela though, where she was like, our hold is not going to be correct. It's not going to look like everyone else's. And I just hope that the judges are fair to us. And I think that they're going to have to be because the height difference is unreal.
Yeah.
It's unreal.
And I mean, we called that out last week. So obviously Daniela's been listening to the podcast. Hey, girl.
I know. Hey, Daniela. Hey, Danny. Hey, girl.
I just love this. I was so happy for them. I'm so glad it worked out because I was nervous.
Me too. Okay, next up. Brooks and Gleb, they had a quick step to 9 to 5 by Dolly Parton from the movie 9 to 5.
Okay.
What's going on?
What do you mean?
Like, what's going on? The kiss in practice.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me. I was like, did I do something?
Oh, no. I'm just like, Brooks, Gleb, if you're listening, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, what are we kissing? But it was like she kissed him, but he like didn't.
He wasn't kissing her back. It was, and then it was weird. It was like a 1-second clip of this like weird kiss where their eyes were open, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, it was like, it was weird.
Oh my God! Speaking of kisses, I completely forgot to talk about how much Val kissed Phaedra at the end of their dance.
Oh yeah, he was giving her some smoochy kisses.
I was like, okay. Like, how many kisses is he going to kiss her? How many times is he going to kiss her on the neck at the end of the dance?
I don't know. It was shocking. The first one was fine, and then I was like, oh, we're still going.
He literally
but wait, there's more.
He literally could not stop kissing her, which I'm so jealous. But anyway, sorry, back to Brooks and Gleb kissing.
The kissing... the kissing was very strange. I liken it to kissing your closed like back of your hand. Like it was just I don't really get why we were doing it.
Yeah.
Because it's not like I mean at least they weren't like in a on a horse farm or something.
Yeah.
A la Alan and Alexis Ren that one time. But, like, it just felt so forced and uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And then moving on to the dance, like, okay. Lynn Goodman would have said to Gleb, you should have got right into the dancing instead of all of this messing about.
It was a lot of messing about. A lot.
It took away, because once they actually got into the quick step, I was so impressed. I was like, holy shit, where did this come from? She was great. She was great. She moved well. I thought she looked so much freaking better than she did last week. Like, leaps and bounds above where she was last week. But all of that, like, the first 30 seconds was a big-ass waste of time, and the props added nothing to the performance. And then we got, after they, like, did their part, their, like, main run through the quick step, they, like, were skirting around at the ballet bar and, like, ducking under it. And so I was like, what is this weird acting storyline that we don't need?
It was weird.
But yeah.
Okay.
What did you think of the dance?
Storyline awkward. It picked up for me middle to end. I thought that when they were in sync, and they were very on time. Good footwork, but just, I don't know, they just don't have that spark. You know what I mean? Like they just don't have that it factor. Kind of like Joey and Steven, they're just not wowing me. They're extremely fun to look at, and like this romance arc is just gonna kind of be like this little side story. You know what I mean? It's like weird and annoying because it just feels so fake. But also, like, I don't know. I mean, they got to be hooking up, I think.
I thought so too until I saw that weird kiss thing, and then I was like, and it was like unreciprocated, and I was like, are they hooking up?
Yeah, I just think that this dance kind of showed that, like, Gleb's choreography just is not very strong right now. And, yeah, they need to...
the judges called him out bad.
Yes,
Jared
bad.
called him out for the frame.
For the completely improper, like, handholds in frame.
Yeah.
And he knew it. Knew it.
He was like, well, we did the tango last week, and I was like, Gleb, you are taking shortcuts, sir.
Yeah, you're being lazy because you're doing other stuff on practice time.
Because you guys are canoodling.
Knocking boots. Knocking boots.
Also, Carrie Ann was like low-key kind of all of us when she was like, wait, where was the kiss?
She's like, wait, bring back the kiss. Roll back the tapes.
She was like, was that supposed to be in the dance? What is... And Allison Lee said Carrie Ann is also going to be subscribing to their OnlyFans.
Literally, in Bruno. When Bruno was going, bad teacher, bad, bad, bad.
It was, oh no, is there anything I can do for extra credit?
He's like, bad, bad, bad.
He's like got out a ruler. He's like ready to like spank some. I'm like, what is happening? It was like a fever dream. And like a porno at the same time. It was very weird.
I think Brooks and Gleb bring out the worst. But
like the most fun. I think Bruno
15-yard penalty, unnecessary horniness.
Truly.
Literally.
It was wild. That was a wild ride that no one really asked to go on, but we did.
Okay. And then what was with Alfonso, who could not stop saying
my God.
Who could not stop saying the phrase standing O for standing ovation. Like, Alfonso, say the word ovation. Like, when did it, I don't know, standing O. Is it Oscar theme? Like, was it because it was Oscar theme? Like, you get standing ovations at the Oscars? Like,
I don't
standing
know.
O.
It would be fine to like throw it in there, you know, every now and then, but literally after every dance, and another standing O. And I was like, oh my God, just finish the word. It's only 2 more syllables, please.
Okay, so their scores: 7 from Carrie Ann, 6 from Derek, 7 from Bruno for a 20 out of 30.
That's fine.
Fine with that. Okay, moving on.
The moment we've all been waiting for.
Okay, Alona and Alan. They had a salsa to The Time of My Life from the movie Dirty Dancing.
Hello. PSA at everyone listening to me. Listen to me right now. Listen very closely. If you do not follow Alona Mar on TikTok, you are a big dumb idiot because the content is the best thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah.
Like, she's so funny. She's
so
clever.
real. She's just real.
She is 100% real. And like Alan, this partnership is truly the best
Changing
thing
his life
ever happened to Alan.
Yeah.
I kind of want them to fall in love, but like don't tell anyone that I said that.
Yeah, I can kind of like, I don't know, maybe, do you think like Alan might be falling in love with her and she's not in love with him?
I don't know. I don't even know if anyone's falling in love. We could all be being hoodwinked as far as I'm concerned.
Okay, let me say it this way. I want them both to be so happy. Like, they both deserve the best. Might not be each other, but like, I don't know, I just really love them. I love Alona so much individually, but now that she's partnered with Alan,
I just think they bring out the best in each other, and I'm so here for that.
Yeah, me too. Okay. So I thought this dance started off so strong and so powerful compared to how she started off last week. I really felt like it was night and day. She just is having so much fun, and she knows this choreography. You can just see it in her eyes. Like, she's like, I want to hit this so perfectly. The lifts. We have to talk about the lifts. Those lifts are so hard to do and execute, and she literally killed it.
I'm dead because like my upper body strength is not in the room with me ever. Okay. This was night and day.
Yeah.
I don't know if she was just feeling more comfortable because she had one under her belt after last week, or if she just, I don't know. I don't know what it was, but she was a new lady in the ballroom, and you could tell they are having the most fun.
They're having the time of their life, baby.
And you know what? They gave the people what we wanted.
Yes.
Because ever since we found out what they were doing for their dance this week, everyone was like, we need Alan lifts. We need you to lift Alan because you're a strong woman and you're a badass. And if anyone's going to do it, it's going to be you. And we got exactly what we wanted.
Mm-hmm. And I hope we get more.
Truly. I want the one where, like, the guy typically holds one of the girl's arms and one of her legs. Yes, and, like, kind of sweeps the floor in a circle. I want her to do that to Alan really bad.
But also, let me say, like, she still looks so graceful when she did it. Like, a lot of times you can get kind of nervous because it is the man's job in ballroom dancing, like, not to be, you know, like, you know what I mean? Like, believing in that cycle. But, like, it's the man's role in the ballroom to be the leader and the lifter and, like, the strong presence. But Alona does it, but she does it really beautifully because my friend Emily and I were talking about it tonight, and it's like, we don't want her lifting him the whole time, like her being the only one to lift him. Like, we don't want it to be like that. But the way they did it was so good. And, like, they still had the moment where she ran and leapt into his arms and stuff. Mm-hmm. And I don't know. I just thought it was a really great way to end the night. And I was devastated to see her look like slumped shoulders, frowning, like looking sad after the dance.
I know. I don't know what
do you think it's that. Like, okay, it's either like she was bummed out about something that she did because she felt like she didn't do it her best, or like she was anxious about it. I don't know. Like, because I can't tell, because last week when she got her 6s and she was jumping up and down, bouncing, like giving chest bumps, and then tonight she got the 7s and she was like, you could tell like she was happy and everything, but like, I don't know, her energy shifted.
Yeah.
Something shifted.
Maybe because after her was the double elimination.
Oh, maybe she was really nervous to go last. Yeah. And then maybe she didn't feel like she did good enough. But, like, baby girl, I'm here to tell you, you are not going home anytime soon.
Well, hey, let's not say that, because look what happened after we said that about someone else last week.
Okay, well, I knew that she was going to go home eventually. I mean, come on.
So, I think that Alona actually had more graceful lifts of Alan than Alan did of her. But I think that's partially also because Alan knows kind of how to be more comfortable with that kind of thing.
Yes, and she is not the one. And she even said that. She's like, I am not used to being lifted up in the air. Like, yeah. I do not get lifted.
And I thought Bruno gave really good feedback where he was like, love the lifts. The lifts were great. The dismount needs a little bit of work.
Mm-hmm,
and I thought that was super fair. I thought her scores were super fair. And just to kind of sum up how all of us felt about the fact that this woman is lifting a whole grown-ass man. And
a tall man.
Flinging him around like a rag doll. Amy Linder said, literally, if ever I tried to lift and twirl a grown man, I feel I would immediately decapitate myself. She is truly so incredible.
She really is. I'm obsessed with her. Yeah. I cannot wait to see what else they do. Like, I can't wait.
I know.
can't
I
wait.
love them. I love them so much.
Okay, so then we had to move into double elimination. And we knew that 2 couples were going to go home. Who did you think was going to go home?
I thought it was going to be Eric and Tori.
Okay, I thought it was going to be Eric and Anna. Like, hands down, wouldn't have thought anyone else. Or, like, you know, you're always disappointed, usually. Or at least I'm always disappointed a little bit. But yeah, I didn't really see what was coming. Okay, so they call the first couple safe. And this is in order of who they called safe. Danny and Whitney, Chandler and Brandon, Eric and Britt, which I was absolutely floored.
I gasped.
Joey and Jenna, Alona and Alan. And then...
Also, really quick, shout out to, I don't know who decided to do it in groups of 5, but thank you.
Yes, thank you for doing it much faster. I mean, I'm sure it'll get slower as the year goes on, but whatever.
Yeah, but for right now, I really appreciate this. Me and my upset tummy, because I always get this, like, horrible anxiety at elimination. Even if, like, I don't know. I just, it's the worst feeling in the world. But anyway, continue. Sorry.
Okay, so then we get Dwight and Daniela called safe. Jen and Sasha called safe. Brooks and Gleb, Steven and Riley, and then Phaedra and Val. So then we have our bottom 3, which is Reginald and Emma, Anna and Ezra, and Pasha and Tori. So they kind of make us wait it out just a little bit. And at this point, I was thinking, oh my gosh, what if Anna stays? That was like what hit me was, oh my God, what if Anna stays? But then I just knew. I was like, there is absolutely no way. And then Reginald and Emma got called safe. And our first couples eliminated, Anna and Ezra and Tori and Pasha.
Welp.
They did a quick little interview after where they asked Tori, you know, what she got out of it and what she wanted to, her message to the fans and her kids. And she's like, do whatever you set your mind to. You can do it. Woo! This is the best experience of my life. I don't want to leave. I love you guys. And then Julianne asks Anna Delvey, what did you take from this?
What are you taking away from this?
And I'm going to let you give us your best Anna Delvey here.
Nothing.
Nothing. And they were like, oh, come on, Anna. You're taking something.
Ezra was like,
nothing.
I want to die.
Ezra was literally like, I cannot believe she just said that. Like, I cannot believe she just said that. But
I honestly think that she was doing it as a joke, like, to be funny.
She had to. I mean, what else did she have at that point?
I think she's, like, playing up her character and, like, and it's almost, too, one of those things where, like, when you get rejected, it's easier to play it off than it is to, like, actually deal with it.
Yeah, she's not as hard as, she can't be that, as hard as she seems.
I don't know, she's been to prison. No, I'm just kidding.
That is true.
But it was white-collar jail, so it's different.
Okay, so, I mean, our first 2 couples are already gone, and we're down to 11.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And then, so, I did do some digging to figure out when the hell we come back, and we will not be watching next week because of the debate.
The vice presidential debate.
Woo, yeah.
I can't think of anything better to watch.
Yeah, I think I'm going to call it a night early that day. But anyway, that we won't be on next week, but they're going to make it up to us by having back-to-back episodes the following week. So we will have, I believe it's Heavy Metal Night.
Okay, here's what it says online. It says Soul Train Night is night 1. So October 7th, which is October 7th is a Tuesday, Katie.
No, it's not.
You're sure?
Yeah, because it said Monday, October 7th.
Bummer. Okay, Monday, October 7th is Soul Train Night, and then October 8th is Heavy Metal Night, which, can you even think what the makeup and hair is going to look like?
Dude, we did Motown Night last year, and the costuming was pretty criminal. I hope that Reggie is around for heavy metal, whatever the hell it is. I hope he's around for that, and they put him in, like, a crazy spiky mullet wig.
Oh, yeah, it's interesting to think, like, are they going to send somebody home night 1? Like, who learns a night 1 and night 2 dance? Like, is somebody going to send...
Oh, that would suck.
There's no way. They're going to do probably another double elimination.
I mean, I would be okay with that.
Me too.
I like when people get to go more times.
Yeah, because then at least, like, these people who survive the first elimination are going to perform 4 dances, which I feel like is, you know,
it makes it worth it, I feel like.
Agree. Agree.
Also, for those of you who are sports girlies like us, yes, we will have to send our husbands, boyfriends, fiancés, partners of any kind to the other room for Monday Night Football, or stream on 2 devices if you also want to know what's going on.
Yeah.
The little scapegoats, my fantasy football team, I just want to shout myself out really quick. The only 3-0 team in my league.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Queen. Who are you? The Kansas City Chiefs?
I don't know. No, I'm definitely not. But get you a girl who can do both. Just
That's right.
You know.
That's amazing. I'm like 1-2, I think, in both leagues. Maybe 2-1, which
I hope it's 2-1. That's much better.
Yeah, but I don't know. Okay, so I'm excited. It's going to be a while before we get to gab it up with you guys, but I hope you liked this episode. Thank you so much for listening. Please share it with your friends. Please give us a 5-star review on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. You know, make sure, share us. Just share us on Instagram. Go follow our TikTok. Katie's working so hard on the TikTok. So, yeah, we love you guys.
Yeah, we love you guys so much. Thank you for letting us come on here and just yap to you for an hour plus.
Always.
We're going to miss you guys next week, but don't worry, we get to work overtime by having to record back-to-back nights the following week. So until then, we'll see you guys next time. It's been fun.
Bye.
Goodbye.